supporting Team Fortress 2 and they're supporting everything as much as possible. So,
Hello.
thank you very much for joining us. James, welcome back.
A little bit of a blue screen there, man. Maybe need to tweak my overclock, but that was weird.
It's fine. You missed nothing. It's good. Went to some commercials and we spoke a little bit about Twitch, and that's pretty much it.
Was there an awkward moment when you were waiting for me to come in and I never came in? And
No,
God damn.
no, they're yeah, never mind. I was saying the question that I gave you while you were not here was very simply that game that we just saw on Badlands was a lot less close than we initially thought it would be.
Badlands is definitely the Epsilon home map, has been for years. In their strongest map, even whenever they haven't been playing at their best. And like I know from practice with Crack Clan, we were really having trouble being competitive all against them in Badlands. So I'm not surprised at all that they just got crushed. Their middles are really good. Once they sort of figured out what Broder were doing, actually they're good at every point. But I really think the next map is going to be the one to watch. This is where Broder can save some face.
I'm very, very curious to see what Broder's going to be able to do on this map. Are there any specific strategies, like you've practiced against both these teams? Is there anything specific that Broder does? Do they play a very sniper-heavy style? Because I guess they have 4 people on their team who can all snipe. Is there anything sniper-heavy that they do? Is it anything weird? Is there anything in particular that you can mention of which you're like, well, maybe if Broder does that, they can beat Epsilon here?
It's Snakewater, right? Yeah, well, we faced Broder. They do some interesting stuff on middles with the double soldier bomb. I think they might both be using gunboats for that particular strategy, but it's if you haven't seen it before, it can catch you off guard. If you're sort of expecting it, you can position your medic decently enough to get out and maybe clean them up in time. But you know, you've got these soldiers coming in with a big buff, an even bigger buff due to the fact that they're using gunboats, and really just trying to catch you off guard. So I'm hoping to see that. They do sometimes, they might even run a sniper with that one, I'm not entirely sure. Maybe Ips can tell me. He's the tactical mastermind in Crack Clan, I'm not going to lie. But yeah, watch out for that on middles. And probably sniper play, considering they have like 3 people who are great snipers.
Yeah, definitely. 3, well, one average. I would say 1 is a little bit average, but he could even do it as well. As yeah, I'm really curious. Like yesterday, just to recap yesterday, guys, for people who didn't tune in. Yesterday we saw Epsilon go up against Quarantine, and while the first map was a complete whitewash, it wasn't close at all. Epsilon completely destroyed Quarantine. The second map, Quarantine, like, did really well, and I'm not sure if that was... We saw the mental aspect of Epsilon come into play there as well. They got really annoyed by the usage of sentry guns, and we're going to have to wait and see if that's going to happen this game. Game has gone live? Yes, the game has gone live. I'm just looking at the TF2 warnings, but the game has gone live, ladies and gentlemen. So I would like to officially welcome you here to VanillaTV, to the ETF2L Season 14, Week Number 2 match here on CP Snakewater between Epsilon Esports in the red and Broder in the blue, the 2 rivals some reason, going up against each other in the first league match that they have this season. And what's going to happen? Mike is going to go down first here.
Yeah, they just joined in the nick of time to see this middle, and Epsilon instantly backing out there off the back of that pick. Didn't exactly see what happened myself, pledge, but they are going to just sit back here and keep building that Uber. They actually don't... Oh, already the flank comes in. Everybody's watching forward for Epsilon. Nox gets caught off guard with Zebo bombing in. Rib as well, big sticky damage. But right now, with Nox down, mirelin goes down in exchange, and both teams just descend into deathmatch. It's bybben and cookye have come out on top so far, but Mike has just respawned and he's on full health. He's working forward, he's got 2 super weak scouts. Ew, he gets the kit, cookye gets the kit but eats a rocket enemy. Mike could go shotgun now and just destroy them if only he knew how weak they were. If only he knew. He's doing a great job at buying time though.
Oh my god, Mike is on another level, ladies and gentlemen. He knows exactly that they were reasonably low and that all he had to do was buy time for the rest of his team to come in. And somehow, some way, actually Epsilon managed to defend that properly. And because they skilled the scout so late, they can even miss middle for free.
Yeah, that is crucial. Mike with a big play there, and all he did was just stay alive. Big sticky trap here from bybben though, or sorry, Rib on that crate. It gets spotted though. and they aren't going to get much from that.
Mike! Oh my god! Mike comes in from that sort of window ledgy bit where he can jump from middle, gets the double rocket onto the Kritzkrieg Marilyn, and really just keeping them off guard. And just Broder, they really need to step up right now, because Broder, that's a mistake they are not allowed to make the rest of this map.
Wow, glad you saw that one play, because I totally missed that. Mike coming up with some huge plays so far in Snakewater. A map that I think numlocked really hates. Not just because of the Sentry stuff yesterday, but in the past, I'm pretty sure he said this is a map that he dislikes, so he's just trying to get over as quickly as possible, it seems, as they have come back here to engineer 100% Uber in favour of 40 of Merlin. They're going to go in very shortly, and it's up against a big presence from Broder on that left side. Merlin actually jumps forward, running away from all his players. Eventually goes down, but a lot of damage coming in from Epsilon, focusing through that right side push on their perspective, but haven't killed the... Oh, they haven't killed Riv yet. I thought he was going to clutch it, but he does go down. Nice work from Epsilon, I think.
I was hoping for the Swedish element to clutch it, but numlocked stayed alive at the exact same time as well. So he managed to save everything by just capping off that point, by putting down loads of... He's getting the traps. And let's see, Epsilon losing that middle the first time around, and after that, Broder being very greedy. Epsilon win this middle, though. They took the round even after losing the middle. And now Broder, let's see, double soldier from the top left-hand side. Are they both going to jump in, or are they going to play it safe? It looks like Broder playing it safe for now, letting Epsilon come to them and then going to respond to it. Now the soldier's going to jump to the top, but bybben is already quite weak. Zebbosai immediately gets shot down, but the health on Epsilon not as high as it really can be, James. As we can see the prick coming out, numlocked and the rest of his team really seem to get a couple of frags down. But it was definitely a very passive middle coming out from both teams.
Yeah, both teams were really just feeling each other out, and sort of nice fake there from Epsilon. They pretended to go top right. Rib started trying to focus up there and really took the attention of Broder. They were all expecting the Epsilon to stream over on their left side, but it never happened, and they just waited. Cookye made a nice attempt to get numlocked, but meanwhile everyone else from Broder just got smashed, and now we see Uber's trade it on CP2. Jukebox has gone down, but numlock goes down. Important kill there for Zebbo with the shotgun, as mirelin and Zebbo push forward onto the point to try and clean house here. The medic has remained alive for Epsilon. KnOxXx is running for his life. He's going to leave his scouts in here to try and do damage, and they do. Pistol down mirelin there. Now KnOxXx comes in when he knows it.
I cannot believe how good Schocky and Bash are together at this moment in time, and Rib's going to go down as well. That's Scouts killing 3 people, including the medic and the Delman. Very well played to both of them, and KnOxXx staying alive throughout pretty much everything. There's a massive Uber advantage now coming out. Not as massive as I thought it would be, because KnOxXx has pretty much not been healing that entire time. So maybe Broder can actually stall this one as soon as they push last, but that was a pretty sick attack from both of the Scouts from Admirable.
Yeah, Zebbosai is pretty been confident in his soldier ability, but right there he was fighting in a horrible position. You know, Scouts having the height advantage of you is always tough when they've got little edges to jump off, but whenever you're up against Schocky and Bash, wow, man, I would just be ripping my hair out. And they just did exactly what everyone expected them to do and clean up. Now we see a double soldier bomb in here from Epsilon. KnOxXx is going to try and keep both the soldiers in 300 HP as they do big damage. mirelin goes down instantly, not well positioned there, and they've managed... Everyone runs away into spawn as their medic dies, and they come out just in time to be humiliated with that crits after show party, man. That is just... I don't know, Broder had just given up on that round, I think, man. That one is scratched from memory.
Yeah, it's very much so. I think Millen was out of position. He was about 85%, and maybe he thought he was a little bit closer to KnOxXx than he actually was, but he got caught off guard. 2 rockets in his face, double soldier bomb. He got cleaned up, and Epsilon 2-0 up. Broder now, right now is the time to step it up. You really don't want to get 3-0 down by Epsilon. And it looks like this middle, it looks really, really good for Broder. They lose the first player, they lose the second player. God, there's 3 players so weak on Epsilon. They do not get fragged down though, and again, Epsilon showing how good they are, even on low health.
Yeah, the main thing that was going on there was the Jukebox made a big play into the kitchen. He rolled out fast, jumped into the Epsilon kitchen, and he waited around to see what to do, and eventually bombed in from behind, but they'd seen it, and one of the scouts just pocketed KnOxXx beautifully, totally destroyed that, and that was a free pick for them and allowed Epsilon to instigate. But both medics survived and have just traded Uber here on CP2 again, but it's going to be an Epsilon point. I think Broder are actually cycling right for a
Zebbo, yep. Zebbo's coming in right now, putting in a lot of pressure, not going to be able to block that point for much longer though. Is anyone else from Broder going to be able to block that point? Doesn't look like it. Schocky and Bash do pick that up though, and now numlocked cleanup crew is starting here, ladies and gentlemen. 2 players on last, 2 players on second, And the cap is too quick here, coming out from Epsilon. 3-0 already. This game has only just started, James.
That was brave from Broder. Like, they had the man advantage, but they really had two players with like 40 HP. The push just took a little longer than they expected. Didn't cover the back cap. Good night V in it. It's going to be 3-0 as we go into another middle here. Both scouts from Broder are playing on that lower right side. One's ran behind actually, and jukebox bombs in, gets denied. bybben on the flank now picks up Bash, and Epsilon are the man advantage, but they're slightly surrounded. Oh wow, Broder's Zebo and mirelin just get destroyed there, and that didn't work out as Broder had intended. But they're definitely trying different things every middle. They're trying to see what they can do to break Epsilon, but they're just too solid, man. They're too solid.
Epsilon is rarely like, and we've casted multiple games of them already this season. I think, like yesterday, obviously you and me casting them against Quarantine. They're pretty much flawless. They're really just, they don't make any mistakes, and I expected, Broder, and I expect your team as well, to take advantage of those tiny mistakes that they make from time to time, but they're barely noticeable to the untrained eye of just the spectator, and we can see that Epsilon really just absolutely spot on this map so far. Already pressuring out here. No Uber for Broder whatsoever, and Epsilon, if they can make it 4-0, I don't see why they can make it 5-0 in less than 10 minutes.
Uber coming in here from the bottom, it looks like, for Epsilon. Yeah, they're coming already with numlocked and a scout in tow. It's Schocky and numlocked streaming forward, trying to do damage, but Bash has gone down on the flank, and the Uber does come in for mirelin just in time. Epsilon are just for that big red flash came in. They were so screwed, and now Broder have some respite. Once again, they're going to try and push out here. Mitsy's watching them cap the point. He's spamming a few rockets, but he knows there's nothing he can do. They're going to have to reposition here.
Okay, Mike was on the last, but jukebox managed to return pretty much as early as he could to block off that. After bybben went down, really now massive Uber advantage coming out from Broder. It's pretty much what they needed. Just one mistake. Like Epsilon, you can see it as a mistake, you can see it as just a little bit over-eagerness, but Epsilon, that was a clear mistake. They overextended, did get caught off by that Uber, but now already look at that. Both teams don't have Uber, and Epsilon's like, no, we're not going to get caught off guard here, we're just going to fight this, we're Epsilon.
That's one of the reasons I hate falling out that way through the lower side. It's just such a funnel for damage. All those Broder players got bunched up, turning their backs to numlocked, who just came in from high, sticky after sticky, doing the insanest damage onto Broder there. They got destroyed, and now it looks like mirelin's gonna do it. Oh, one serve, two serves, survives on just 30 HP, and goes back to respawn. Mike almost with a continuation pick on there to mirelin having respawned, but now it's a big Uber advantage for Epsilon. They're gonna wait for Mike to spawn, I imagine, and then push in. They must realise they've got this big advantage. They're coming up against Sniper and Heavy though. How will he break this pledge?
Jukebox, jukebox, jukebox. What are you gonna do? Let's see. Where is he positioned? He's positioned far left hand side. Really got to make sure, like jukebox, it's going to be crucial that he gets a pick. If Epsilon pushes quickly, that obviously is. Yeah, they are going to push quickly right here, right now. They're going to push the pressure in, immediately focusing that Heavy down, and as soon as possible, bybben does get shot down. But it looks like Broder's so exchange not ruling in favour of Epsilon so far, and great shot from Mike. Oh my god, Rip got absolutely fungled over there as he got air shot on it. God, Mike, that guy's on another level. Please check that PC. I want to see he's clean. That was absurd what he did there.
Oh, big plays from Mike, big plays from Mike. It's a nice push from Epsilon as well. They really pushed both sides at the same time with Dow and Scouts coming in on the left side in the attacker perspective. I thought they were going to get it, but it turned out closer than I expected. But onto another middle. It's Rib against numlocked in the middle. Both demos trading stickies. Rib coming out slightly ahead, but will Broder capitalise on this? And Epsilon try and battle for the top. They've got two soldiers up top and a scout. They're not really playing the point at all. They're just trying to keep those players up top alive and just see what Broder are going to do to react to this. No bomb in on either medic, although jukebox does get destroyed by Mitsy eventually, and that is slowly going to snowball. I think numlocked goes down though, but already 4 or 5 are down for Broder. They tried to play the slow middle. 6 down, a big wipe, and it just didn't work for them, man.
Are we actually gonna see a 13 mid 5-0 against Broder on Snakewater? And yesterday it took them 30 minutes to barely win against Quarantine.
Yeah, man, they haven't been doing their homework. This strategy of not practicing against Epsilon means that they just don't seem to be dealing with it very well at all. And the Uber gets forced off by jukebox, but already that's a man disadvantage as they push in here. Epsilon are going to continue a little bit. They're not going to over-commit to this. Ooh, that soldier goes down, leaving Nox exposed, but he does have a scout here to cover his retreat. Medic survives, and the heavy just doing a lot of damage there, bybben with that big fat man.
Look, Broder's actually being aggressive here. They're going to see, you know what, we might as well try. Which I guess is fair enough when you're 4-0 down already after 12 minutes of gameplay against the best team in Europe at this moment in time. And to be fair, I want to see this Epsilon team against the Americans. I'm really curious to see how they would do. Maybe we're going to have the ability to see that at some point in the future. But for now, we're going to have to do with Broder and Epsilon. Broder has the Uber. Broder's going to push out here. Let's see if they're going to be able to get anything done against Epsilon. Zebbosai's clearing stickies. Honestly, I think that might have been a little bit of a waste of time because not going to hit that Uber, no problem. And the drop comes in from mirelin. This is really just not working out at all for Broder. And this might be lights out for the team in blue.
Looks like it, man. Ow. Zebba was trying to cover everything there. He was checking the stickies. He was being slow, methodical, trying to push out without popping Uber too early. But that scout from drop down didn't expect it. mirelin goes down. And that is lights out for Broder. Just, categorical victory there for Epsilon plays. Unbelievable.
Yeah, it's like Epsilon was playing the ETF2L Grand Finals, like of the 6th Cup. It's like they were playing that Grand Finals. Broder got absolutely outskilled here today. They were worse, they were a lot worse than Epsilon was, and Epsilon once again proving they're just on another level. Are they going to be beatable? I doubt it. We're seeing them play like this today. Well played to them. As I want to congratulate Epsilon right now for winning Week 2 and still going undefeated ever since I-46 August. That's how good they are. Well played to Broder, but it just wasn't 6-1 and 5-0 was the scoreline at the very much at the end of Snakewater and Badlands. It just really showed how much superior Epsilon was today. Thank you so much for watching here at VanillaTV. Don't forget to follow us on Twitch and on YouTube, obviously at youtube.com/VanillaTV.org. Follow us on Twitter at VanillaTV, and obviously just follow us everywhere. Check us out everywhere. We'll be able to see those VODs again. If you want to see the Epsilon strategies, Source TV demos should definitely be up somewhere soon, and take care of that. Well, you're probably taking care of that.
Yeah, man, this is just turning out to be an amazing season. Like, hats off to Epsilon there. That was just a dominating performance. Shout out to Twitch for sponsoring this ETF2L Season 14, man. I can't wait to see more. I can't wait to be in the grand final. I'm going to be there.
This should be amazing. I'm looking forward to the rest of the season as the week continue. This is it for this week. On Sunday, we will be back here with VanillaTV with more ETF2L Season 14 action. Obviously, come back at that time, same place here, twitch.tv/VanillaTV. My name is Pledge. With me was Admirable and Animal on the stream. Thank you so much for watching. Have a great night. Have a great weekend. And really, I cannot wait to see you guys on Sunday. See you later.